So welcome to the Advisory Board Insights. I'm here with Melanie Grevis-James. Welcome, Melanie.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, Louise.
Melanie and I have known each other for many years, and Melanie's got this really lovely business called Our Planet Marketing, and it's got a big heart that goes with it. So thanks for joining us today, Mel, and love for you to share your story.
Thanks, my pleasure, Louise. And I'd love to share my story because I guess I've been really passionate about trying to grow my business. And as you know, I've had my business for a long time. It's about 20 years now, although I've never really felt that I've taken it to that next level. And I guess for me, that was why I've ended up here in this spot, is because I really felt that I wanted to grow it, take it to that next level, but I felt have the skills and the experience to do that on my own, particularly as I am a sole trader and don't have anyone to sort of bounce ideas off. So for me to try and find someone to help me grow my business and find some clarity was the most important part of, I guess, what I was looking for.
Why this particular moment in time for you, Mel? What's been the difference for you to then say, I need some external help?
Yeah, I think there was two things, more personally related. One is now that my daughter's at an age where she's sort of more off my hands, so I actually have more time to dedicate in my business and feeling like I can really put myself back into my career again, which I feel I have missed in the last 10 years as she's been growing up. So that was one part of it. That I really feel I'm able to do that and in the right spot to do that. And also, I guess, as we're aging, I sort of figured I want to really make the most of the next, 10 to 15 years of my career, so that I can really build up the business to a good point, so that when I do maybe either want to sell, exit or scale back, that I've really got a good business to do that with.
Yeah, it's interesting the size of your business. Most people think about advisory boards being for the mid-market, but actually engaging with advisors and chairs as mentors as a starting point is really what you're doing at the moment. So is that in preparation to really, build the right networks around you at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. And I guess I was lucky because I know you, so I know what the Advisory Board Centre does, and I think the amazing skills and connections that you have within the Advisory Board Centre. So I guess I realised that I was struggling trying to find someone on the open market, doing Google searches or getting recommendations from other business owners. I just wasn't finding the right fit that I felt was right for me, for my needs, and I guess I wanted to do it seriously. I was making a serious commitment to my business, and I guess I really was trying to find someone that could help me on that journey.
Yeah. So what's that journey been like for you? So you connected in with us for the Advisor Concierge. We scoped out what your needs were, and then that went out to the network. As a business owner and as a friend, what was that experience like for you on the other side, connecting in with people that you don't know?
Sure. For me, I must say it was brilliant, and I'm so glad that I've done it. So thank you, Louise. But I think the main thing it emphasised to me was I wasn't really, I guess not cold calling. So I wasn't out there just trying to find a mentor, and then you're waiting, for people to come back to you, and sometimes maybe approaching mentors or business advisors where you don't really know whether they're actually really keen to work with you. So I think that was one of the key things that I loved with the concierge, is that the opportunities or the interest came to me, so that once I received those interests or letters of application or expression of interest, I knew that those candidates were interested in helping me, which meant it made the process a lot more enjoyable, and you were a lot less time wasting in terms of finding advisors that perhaps would be the right fit for you.
Yeah. And Melanie, just having gone through that process, what tips would you give other business owners and advisors?
Well, for business owners, for a start, I would say, definitely do it. I do think, though, a business owner needs to be in the right mindset. Like, you need to be serious about your business and committed to your business. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and the advisor's time. And obviously, all the advisors are very high quality advisors, and they're not advisors that I would have normally, I guess, met through my own personal connections. So I think that's really important for business owners. If you are serious and committed to your business, this is a great avenue. Make sure you know what your needs and your priorities are in your business. So are you looking for growth? Are you looking for product development? Are you looking for sales strategies? Are you looking, I mean, obviously it's not my situation, but if you were looking for succession planning or exit strategy, to make sure you know what your priorities are, and to also consider it as a long-term investment in your business. It's not something that you just, it's not just like a 2-week course or something like that, but it's really an investment in your business, and building a relationship with an advisor is a longer-term relationship.
It's interesting that you mentioned that about, being clear about what your priorities are. And since we've been doing the concierge service in the last 18 months, I think the number is about 88% of businesses, when they come to us, they know they need something, but they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So to be able to independently review that with business owners, to really focus on those priorities, then gets that clarity around then this is what I need now, who I need is actually a different decision.
Yeah, and that's true, because I mean, as much as I sort of thought I know what my requirements are, what my priorities are, it also is a little bit of that you don't know what you don't know. I mean, even with my own marketing business and with clients, businesses think they know what they need with their marketing, but it's not until we actually sit down and start going through a strategy that they realise that they don't know what they don't know. So yeah, it's the same for me.
We're all blindsided by something. Yeah. Great. And the advisors, other tips for advisors?
I guess from the advisor's point of view, one of the things I did find was, and I know I'm not the normal sort of candidate that the advisors would probably be responding to as an expression of interest, but I certainly found that the ones that were of more interest to me, I suppose, were the ones who had obviously taken the time to perhaps have a look at my business and seeing what niche I was in, and that the letter and the proposal or expression of interest was clearly personalised to the size of business I am, because I know I'm a lot smaller than, a business looking for perhaps a whole advisory board. So having that sort of personal approach, making sure to address the various criteria that were listed in that expression of interest that went out. What else? And I suppose a couple of little things were, and I think most of them were, but making sure that LinkedIn profiles are up to date. So if I do go and have a look and try to find out a bit more, and also because the expressions of interest and letters come through the advisory board Senate Concierge, making sure that your contact details are on the letter or the profile, because there were a few that weren't. So I had to go and try and find them. Yeah.
That's really interesting. The little things just matter.
Yeah, it was those just little things. So, I mean, nothing big. I mean, all the expressions of interest were amazing quality, and it was certainly a very hard decision to try and work out who was the right person for me. So,
well, it's great to be able to build up these pop-up advisory boards for businesses like yours, and being really practical and supportive at the same time. So, Melanie, thank you so much for sharing your story, and look forward to seeing what happens in the next 12 months.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get started. So I'll let you know how I go.
Great. Thanks, Mel. Bye for now.
Thanks, Louise.